What's up, everybody? Welcome to February. Most of you who went to NADA are probably feeling that post kind of NADA buzz. I hope it's wonderful. I'm sure you got a workout having been in San Francisco at 5 different buildings trying to navigate your way through that place. Anyways, I wanted to start by talking to you guys today about what I believe has changed a little bit, and that is the conversion game. So you were just at NADA, and you heard about a million pieces of technology that will surely change your life and make everything you do better overnight because it's a piece of technology. It's probably not anything you've ever seen before or anyone's ever done before, because that's where we're at now. Everything's extremely unique to them and to themselves and to their algorithms and tech, what have you. But here's what's important. You saw all these vendors. The question I have for you is, how are you going to track their success? So let's go back to how we used to track leads, right? And really the whole quality of the game back 2002, 2003. Number of leads, sales. There was no showroom metric for the majority of people. I know someone was always more progressive than the last person. They're the first person to think of it. I get it. But more importantly, look at this. You got volumes on computers. My apologies, people. Sorry about that. If I even know how to stop that. There we go. No, we're good. It's totally good. Don't worry about it. No one minds. This is what we're here for. It happens. So when we go through this, talk about conversions, talk about the game, talk about it changing. You track leads and sales. That was it. Okay? That was all there was. Now we're talking about everything leading up to that point as being the most important point. So 5 years ago, people were not using Google Analytics goals, right? It wasn't a thing. So what we would always do is we would pull website numbers from GA, and then we would pull website leads, put them together, give ourselves a conversion rate, and move on. Those were the next set of tracking metrics. Well, now you start dealing in GA goals, again, for simplicity's sake. Like, I'm not trying to get... First of all, you don't need 400 of them. So stop with all that nonsense. Okay? I don't care what your product is. I don't care what it does. There's no more than 10 possible things you're going to really give a shit about from the back end of your website moving forward. Trust me. The rest of it is minutia. Don't get lost in it. That's why people get confused, is because they get worried about the minutia. Stop worrying about the exception. Start worrying about the rule. Okay? So with the conversion game changing... Now when you look at your website, okay, or first-party leads, original origin leads, whatever people want to call them today, they come from your website. It's not just your website anymore. It's your website. It's click-to-call, right? It's chat. It's trade. Those are all tools that live on my website. It's credit apps. It's SpecialFi. Okay? What are we at? We're at 7 now? What else do we have here? Now we have digital retail. Digital retail goals are new to everybody right now. And what you're going to probably find is that digital retail in and of itself is not going to move the needle with regard to lead totals. Okay? It's going to just bifurcate it. It's going to take, if you had 50 before, you now will get 25 from your website and 25 from DR. Assuming a 50-50. My point is, in most cases, you end up back at that whole number or slightly above, slightly below, which is why I bring you the average of 50 for the sake of discussion. And so that's what I don't want you to get hung up on. You need to make sure that DR, whatever company you're using, and I don't really care, sure there's a short list that I'd recommend you, but it doesn't really matter. Make sure that it is not affecting conversion negatively. Because if it is, you're ahead of your consumer in your area, and you're doing you and them a disservice. I know, right? What kind of person am I to say that digital retail is a disservice to any dealer? But I've seen it. Rural communities, not really DR. But does anyone care? No, because the OEM says, well, we recommend this, so you should use them. Wait a second. Is it for everybody? No, it's not. And that's why we have to take our time. That's why we have to look at this from all perspectives. That's why you must know what it is you're tracking now that you think you're going to improve or change with the addition of any tool, trade tool. Do you know how many trades you get now? Do you use GA goals to do that, or do you use the back end of the trade tool, or do you use both? I know guys like Gray Scott who probably look at 17 million data points in a month each and every time. He's doing that because he knows what he's looking for as he looks through mountains of data. I do the same damn thing. I look at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of data points a month, but I'm always looking for the same thing because data, if given enough time, will act and react the same way. So you can start to see, we've been tracking some of our clients now for 5+ years. So we've got data stacked on top of data, stacked on top of data. Looks like a mountain. But if you scan it and you break it down by month and you look at it against the averages, you see that things just come out in a wash. These vendors are who they are. Even when they try to change things, you can see where the levers are because it's how you track conversion. So I used to be against GA goals early on because I didn't think people were doing them correctly. And so I thought what it was doing was not doing any of us a service by taking numbers and making judgments based on that. So when I started to see more people do it, and then I started to see it match up with the back end of the website data that we were pulling on a whole number, keep in mind. If you've ever worked with me, you know I talk about conversion in sales leads only. Now, most conversion goals set up in GA are for form fills. They may even say website form fills. Remember, that's not just sales. You got forms in your website for service, contact us, parts. These things all count in there, okay? So make sure you're looking at a sum total of sales opportunities as your conversion. I track everything as an activity measurement. And that's all that it is. Nothing more than measuring the activity that's being put forth. That's it. That's all it is. It's activity driven. I don't want to get too far into it. It's about activity. That's how we track it. That's what I think can show you what's going on around you. But remember, above all else, and I'll leave you with this, is all of these numbers, metrics, backends, Google Analytics, blah, 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 they're guides. Just as KBB and ADA, we used to say back in the day, folks, that's just a guide to the price of your vehicle. These are just guides to what's working. There are no definites in digital marketing. Now, some people will tell you definitely things do or do not work. Fine, I don't care. I'm talking about looking at data and saying this definitely is why this happened is a waste of time. So take this episode to heart. As I said, if you were at NADA, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure you got your steps in. I'm really excited to hear what you think of the conversion game changing if you were immersed in that world, okay? So hit me up, let me know. A new place to hit us up and let us know, right? Producer smiling, she likes this one. We are on Instagram now. Yes, you will find the CarBiz logo on Instagram. It's there for you. Get engaged. We're going to start trying to pick up and figure out what we're going to do with it. You know, it's not really my thing. My thing is talking. So I'm going to figure out how my talking fits into Instagram. Let's put it that way. All right? LinkedIn, always. Facebook. Yeah, I know. You've seen us on there. Yes, you've seen me on there. It's not me, though. Okay? Remember. Like, Sean's on there, but follow Sean's business. Follow CarBiz Done Better. That's all I care about, because Sean's never going to post anything to his page. Producer, she's going to see to it that we don't do that. No. That's right. But post it to the CarBiz Done Better on Facebook. Like us there and tell your friends. Okay? Guys, as always, thank you so much for joining me. The text and phone line, 262-278-0157. Sean at CarBiz Done Better. Hit me up. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day.